What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Mark Fleetwood here. Welcome back to the Daily Grind Trader. Today's video, I've got a handful of coins I think you need to be aware of because the price action looks like they could go large boom any minute. Guys, I got four of them to go over. Let's get right into it. Before I get started, just know I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. I enjoy making technical analysis videos. I do it publicly. I do it for your entertainment, education, however you want to take it, but know that I do not give you trading advice. You trade at your own risk, you manage your own money. That's not for me to do. If you like these videos, guys, please like the videos, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff. You know the drill there. So let's get right into it. Let's hop right into Bitcoin. Bitcoin, guys, look, I turned this line green, this area green, because this showed to hold a nice support line. It was a support once we broke it, and then when we came down in this falling wedge or this falling channel, and I told you guys, look for resistance or support to stay here. We will not touch the bottom of this channel. We hit here, we broke just a little bit below 60K just for honestly a few minutes, maybe an hour, and then now we're back up. Now we are testing the resistance one last time. I believe this will be the last time the last time in this run that we ever test the resistance at 63K. And right now we're trading in this yellow window here. It's gonna be a little bull flag here. We're gonna trade in here for a little bit. As long as the price stays sideways like this, altcoins will be fine. Altcoins will do what they do. There is a potential for a double bottom and to retest 60K. There is always that potential. I think the support still holds, but there's a potential to touch 60K again or to retest it. But the best case scenario, the most bullish scenario, is that we retest this 63K and we break through it again, and now we're back on the run to all-time high. Back to all-time high to create new ones, so on and so forth. But don't be surprised if we test 60K one more time. But I think the most bullish and the most likely scenario is that we stick right in this area for a little bit before going way parabolic throughout the month of November. With that being said, I have three other coins that are all looking like they're ready to break out again. And Ravencoin, you know I follow Ravencoin. I go hard on Ravencoin. So this is what we had. We had a breakout of this falling wedge. We see that. I talked about that the other day. This line did hold a support line, so I turned that green. This was a resistance, turned support. And look, we had a doji right on that. It wicked below it for a hair for a couple minutes, but that line held support, and then we bounced off of that support. Now we're retesting this resistance at the top of this channel, at the top of this bull flag. When this bull flag breaks out, this yellow area would be the next trading area I see for the next week at most, before we really push hard to break the long-term resistance, the long-term downward trend line. That is the ultimate break. This line is our ultimate breakout. That is the end goal. That is the new all-time high goal. That is the Ravencoin to $1 goal. Whatever goal you might have, this line is what starts that goal. We have to break it. But first things first, I believe that we sit here, we break this bull flag. Two scenarios happen. A, we break up, and then we consolidate and we sit in this area for a little bit. We consolidate one more time, and then we break out. And just like this, we broke out of this one, consolidate into a new one, break out again, consolidate here, break out again, and then we'll break this area and the main downward trend line at the same time, and then it's off to the races. Now what we have here though that is super bullish is the fact that we have the bulls laid down. They came down during this consolidation period, and they're ready to jam back up again now. Like, this is getting ready to break out, and the bulls aren't even up yet. The bulls really aren't moving yet. The MACD really hasn't flipped yet. I mean, it's gone, it's starting to go sideways, it's starting to roll up, but it hasn't made its move yet. So we are very close to breaking this out without having actually made our move yet, which is the absolutely most bullish thing that could happen is a massive break in structure, and we break this at the same time. We break out of here and we break this line. In that case, the 1 week away is gone, and we are retesting this tomorrow. That is a very bullish, very hopium sentiment. but it is possible. The most likely scenario is we trade in here for a little bit, we trade in this range. The most bearish scenario would be that we break out, or that we don't break this, and we come down and we trade up against this support for a little bit. We trade here in this range for a little bit, and we kind of tighten down, and then we bounce out. But the long term, broader than a week, the long term is bullish, however it gets cut, however it gets sliced. But this is, I think, is our most likely trading range here, and you can draw these lines yourself. I'm going to give you the numbers here. We're at 1358 down to 1252, but please make these draws yourself and know these areas yourself. All right, guys, here's another one I talked about a while back, and I got burned on this one. I got stop loss on this ADA Cardano. I had to redraw, and I bought back in, and I'll show you why. The video I made before, I saw this, this broke out, and the retest went back in. But my draw had my line coming down about here, and it didn't really come back in, and it kind of fake broke out again here. And I had a stop loss at $2.12, got hit down here. So I stop lossed, and I bought back in at like 210. I bought back here at the bottom, I redrew, I stopped, I collected myself, I redrew, and saw that there was support to be had here. So I redrew, now I'm back into 210. I'm still bullish on ADA. I missed the draw initially, and I got stop lost. But I collected myself, I redrew, I decided that this is a more likely scenario for where the price action is going to go. So what I have now, this yellow area for the next 4 days, this is our most likely price action, that we break out of this and then we trade. You break out, retest, and we trade in this area, and we get up near the top here within the next 3 to 4 days. And again, that will coincide with this resistance line here. We get there, test it a little bit, and this is the main resistance that I'm looking for a sell, to hold this for a short period of time and then sell this area here around 230, 232 to 235. That would be my selling range, but I think we get into this trading area, tap on this roof a little bit, and then we break out and hit this one. Honestly, I think 88 for the long term is a huge hold potential, where there are multiple levels to take profit depending on how long you want to hold it, all the way up to a new all-time high. This alt run, once altcoins really start to run, 88 is going to hit a new all-time high. Almost everything will hit a new all-time high. It just depends on how long you want to hold things and how long you want to go into each individual coin. But that being said, on the 4 hour, and everything that I'm looking at right now is on the 4 hour time frame. That's typically where I do most of my trading, is on the 4 hour time frame. The bulls are up. The MACD bulls are up. This could spring up really hard if it breaks soon. On the Arun, the bulls are starting to come back down. We're getting a little bit of sideways movement, but the bulls are still in command. They could jam back up at any time, and the bears could finish their way down. Worst case scenario is that they both run down, this trade sideways a little bit longer, and then we break out in this area. A day or two from now is when the breakout happens. It could build up here against this resistance. It could build up and run sideways straight along this resistance for a while before jamming out. That is a possibility, but I think the most likely possibility is going to be that the bulls jam back up, get back to 100, and we jam out here. We get a breakout here clean. All right, guys, last one down on the home stretch. Last coin to look at is XRP. XRP, I talked about this. We were down here. We were down here when I called this out, I think Saturday night. Whenever I made my last Ravencoin video, I had a kind of a surprise end to the video, say, hey, I got a breakout to watch for. And it's starting to make its push off of its support. And now we're starting to go back towards this resistance, in which case, if it hits this resistance, the most likely scenario after 5 touches is a break of this resistance. And look, we have bulls up on the Arun. The RSI is starting to come up, and this is again on the 4 hour chart. RSI is coming up. It is strong at 56. The bulls are up, the bears are coming down. The MACD has flipped bullish. Now you expect the move to start to go large. These moves here, these small moves, are the consolidation size. And then when you start looking at the bigger moves from the big runs, you get this kind of a large move up. These large moves are when you have big price action. So I expect this to come up. If this breaks out, it's going to come up on a big arc here. So again, these are the moves that you want to look for. As it goes bigger, it comes down bigger. And then as it gets tight and tight and tight and tight, that's the consolidation period. And then you're ready for another lift off. So I think this lifts off again soon. So we got a rundown. Bitcoin could go. Now all of these breakouts here are contingent upon Bitcoin not dropping back down to 60K. If it drops back down to 60K, these will all run down, touch support again. Hopefully only touch support and don't go through it. But the likelihood is if Bitcoin hits 60K again, we hit support and we hold that for a little bit until Bitcoin bounces back up. But as of right now, all these coins are looking good. Bitcoin, ADA, Ravencoin, XRP, all looking like breakouts are strong potentials. That being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. And as always, until next time, peace.